Explain this. The last place Colorado Rockies, with the power of friendship, come into Petco Park and sweep the Padres in a 3-game series after San Diego had won 5 series in a row. And then the Padres, they take 3 out of 4 from the Braves. Real quick, if you like Padres baseball, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. I post all the time about Padres highlights and content like this. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. I am not here to tell you that we should be upset about the San Diego Padres traveling to Atlanta and really taking care of business. They've come back. They've had great execution on all facets of the game. They take 3 out of 4 from one of the best teams in baseball. That's great. At some point, it's going to be the same conversation at the end of the season. If we didn't get swept by the Colorado Rockies in May, we would have been in the postseason. If we didn't split that series with the Rockies, we would have been in. If we didn't lose 2 out of 3 to the Giants in early April, we would have been in. X, Y, Z. That's exactly what happened last year. That team went on a run finally at the end, at the buzzer pretty much. They won like 14 of 16, and what do you know? They missed the playoffs by 2 games. The 84-win Diamondbacks get in there. They get hot, they beat the Dodgers, they beat the Phillies, they make the World Series. Obviously, at the end of the year, anything can happen. If any team gets hot, that's going to be huge for whatever team that is. We saw that in 2022 with our Padres. But you have to understand, at some point, you're going to have to consistently start winning. We currently do sit in that final wildcard spot. I do agree, the NL wildcard is an absolute joke compared to the American League. It's just no secret that the American League is much better. But the Padres, as of right now, are in a playoff spot. Now, that's not important. What's important is what we're seeing and what the team is producing on the field and what we're able to observe and comment on. The San Diego Padres are just up and down, up and down. But interestingly, the up has been against really good teams. In fact, we are above 500 against those teams that are 1 and 2 in the division and over 500. However, our record against teams under 500 is absolutely a joke. It's like 7 and 14 right now, especially in those teams in 4th and 5th place in their divisions. That just can't happen. It's like there's a barrier with the Padres in staying above 500. We'll either get there, maybe we'll get a game over 500, and then we stay there. And that's not the point of the matter. You know, the point is you just got to consistently win games, win series, and just be in the playoffs. That's fine. But you need to continue to execute against these bad teams. And that's why I'm just so confused, because when we're playing well against these good teams, it makes no sense. I thought there's a lot of good things to take away at the Braves series. It looks like Machado might be starting to wake up, especially with defense. It's very easy to overlook, especially in that game on Sunday Night Baseball when Yu Darvish was twirling a gem. Early on in the game, he stopped that Orlando Arcia ball from becoming a double, but then he got the ground ball double play after that. But Machado, he heated up, and what do you know? He plays well, he has a good game, goes 2 for 4. We win game 1 of that doubleheader yesterday. That was huge to come back because we were not winning this last game against Chris Sale with Randy Vasquez, which unfortunately he's just not very good. Joe Musgrove returning today for the Padres after being on that 15-day IL with right elbow tendonitis. This is going to be huge for this club to get a healthy Joe Musgrove who's actually good. Just really the entire year, he has not been who he could be. It goes back to spring training. You guys got to understand this guy was really struggling in spring training. You know, maybe he's working on something, but the velocity was down, the spin rate was down in this season. He was missing over the plate. He finally goes on the shelf and he comes back. His last start before going on the IL was good. He went 6 innings. It was a great start, but now he's healthy, hopefully. And this is a huge 3-game series against the Reds right here coming up. The Reds are playing really bad baseball. When we played them earlier in May, they were actually on a hot streak and they were still kind of in the picture of looking like maybe a sleeper team or at least a solid team. But now they've been really bad. They've lost a couple on the road. The Padres got to take 2 out of 3 here. That would be so crucial to have a 5-2 road trip. Obviously, a sweep would be more ideal, but the Padres, every time they play away from home, it seems like they do a lot better. It's no secret, the San Diego Padres do not show up at Petco Park. I don't know what it is. Chances are if you're going to a Padres game, you're not going to leave happy. That's just the fact of the matter. I do think that's not going to stay. I think that the main thing is just getting consistent against these worst teams. But the Padres, I do think that they are a solid team. Obviously, every time I say this, then they do something like get swept by the Rockies. And every time we get up on them, they do that. And they really make us angry and make us scratch our head. But I do think that there are a lot of parts of this team that looks dangerous. The starting rotation has been excellent as of late. It is kind of a concern that Xander Bogaerts went down the other day. He's been hitting a lot better. He was on the team of the week for all MLB last week before going down with that injury. So that is going to be a big detrimental thing. The Padres are showing a lot of signs of encouragement. They are beating good teams, which is very good to see. They are winning baseball games on the road, which is very good to see. But when we are just way under 500 against teams that are just bad, 4th and 5th place in their respective divisions, they're under 500 themselves, and we can't seem to win a game at Petco Park for our life, you have to have some level of consistency. I think it will come. Hopefully the Padres have a great series against the Reds. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you think the Padres are going to figure it out? Do you think that they are a real contender, or do you think that they are a pretender? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you're to do so. Give the video a like and turn on the post notification bell. If you guys like Padres baseball and baseball in general, this is the place to be. But for now, that's it for me. Stay safe, everybody. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.